I've been thinking about doing this for a long time, making a video about uh, why we quit racing horses. Not that anybody cares, but Kristen and I worked for Jack Myers Racing Stable since 2010, late 2009, early 2010. And Jack was up to, how old is Jack? Probably 82 ish. And he decided to retire from racing, and he gave us plenty of fair warning and everything. And he gave us a couple options. He was real fair to us as far as did we want to go on. You know, he would have sold us the equipment for a fair price. Uh, let us take a couple horses and race them, sell them, all kinds of stuff. He'd have helped us get started, and we had to make a decision about we were going to keep racing horses or not. And we put a lot of thought into it, and we decided that we kind of wanted to change, and it was best for us to try something else. And we'd already talked about it a little bit, Kristen and I, and with a couple other people. And I had a couple job opportunities. So we decided that in 2020, which was right when COVID was going on, we decided to tell Jack just sell all the horses and the equipment, and they sold at the Michiana sale at the Mech in Chipshawana, and we were done. We went on a trip for Thanksgiving. When we came back, we had no horses, and at that point, no definite jobs or anything. And yeah, we made the decision. A buddy of mine got me an interview for a job. I ended up getting a job right away at Grand Design RV. So we were good there, and everything worked out. But we decided, the amount of money that it would have taken uh, to start where we would have wanted to. We were used to having quite a bit of success. I mean, not big time, but we did really well at the fairs. We did okay at Hoosier. We were competitive. We decided the amount of money it would take with the cost of horses and the challenge of finding owners um, in the business nowadays, that it's not that we didn't want to put the work into it. We saw the writing on the wall, the way the business is, and we just made the decision that that's not something we'd wanted to do after helping Jack build his stable for as long as we did and get it going. Um, Furthermore, we were stabled about 140, 145 miles away from Hoosier Park, and 2 to 4 hours away from most of the fairs that we raced at. And our family has roots here. We grew up around here, and we frankly didn't want to move down by the track. And the guy that owned the training center we were at, he had talked seriously about selling the place a lot of times, and we knew that was coming. And there isn't really a place around here you can have a good surface all year to train expensive horses at and make money at. And I was sick of the shipping, to be honest, back and forth to Hoosier Park. So that played a role in it. As far as the desire to get different jobs, we were ready for less of a tax headache, benefits, insurance, that kind of stuff. I was able to change to a job making about the same kind of money I was making, but with better benefits or benefits, period. Kristen was able to get into a field that she can progress in and move up and build a career. She's also in the RV industry and the warranty field. So, um, yeah, it was tough at first, but we'd set ourselves up for financially to be able to do it. It was a big change. Sold my truck, bought a car, um, that kind of stuff. What made it easier was we have a daughter. She's 9. She was 8 at the time, 8.5. She's almost 10 now. She'll be 10 in another month. Um, she's got her friends at school, and she does dance and she does gymnastics and that kind of stuff. And not having to move her and take her away from her friend group and that kind of stuff, that made it a lot easier. The fact that I'm home weekends and nights, that's a big deal. I'm able to do some other stuff I enjoy. I enjoy cars and golf and that kind of stuff, and I never had time for any of that before. It was just race, work, work, race, take care of the track, take care of the horses, work, work. It just it wore on me, to be honest with you. And I do miss it. Um, I miss the competition. I miss winning. I miss some of the friends we had. To be honest, I said I didn't like the shipping, but I do miss some of the road trips. They were fun. Um, what I don't miss is working 7 days a week, holidays, nights, weekends, getting home in the middle of the night, eating bad food. Um, the ups are great, the downs are terrible. Um, yeah, I miss the horses the most. That's what I miss the most. I had some favorites that, I mean, even when we were racing and we sold horses, um, and horses went away, you could fill that void with another horse or another favorite, or you always had horses you liked. You had horses you didn't like, but you had horses you liked too. But dropping it all at once was tough because we had a couple I really liked. Uh, yeah, I had some really good friends, which I still talk to them, but it's, they're 3 hours away. So I don't miss taking care of a track in the wintertime and training when Mother Nature tells me I'm going to train and not having a set schedule. I don't miss that. I miss training babies down and developing them. That was the best part. Um, yeah, I mean, there wasn't really anything that happened that made us quit other than Jack retiring was just, it was a good time to do it. Um, if the industry survives the next few years and can continue to be, um, you know, viable, it's something we could always get back into. I would never want to do it full time again, unless I won the lottery or something. But I would never want to do it full time again. I just I went at it so hard for so long that um, I think I wore myself out. To be honest, I gave it everything I had. We did okay with what we had, I thought, stock wise, and yeah, for any of the rumors about um, anything about us and Jack, it was totally we were totally fine. He purely just wanted to retire. He was old enough that he just kind of wanted out while he was, you know, still okay and healthy and everything. And he gave us fair warning, plenty of warning. We kind of made a plan with him, and he 100% did everything he said he was going to do. We tried to do everything we said we were going to do and hold up our end of the bargain. And we still talk to him. We never had a problem. Um, he still has his farm and everything, but he has 0 horses. We have 0 in our care, and yeah, that's basically it. I did see some things that factored into my decision in the harness racing business that, um, not to sound like I'm complaining or pouting or anything, like we gave up, because I know that if I would have went on, I would have been fine. But horses are getting more and more expensive, and you gotta have really good horses at Hoosier Park. And I didn't want to stick my neck out tens and tens of thousands of dollars hoping Colts made it. And it's just not something I was comfortable with doing. And I had a few owners lined up, but um, some of them were older, and I didn't know if I wanted to count on that. And I was just ready for a change. I wanted, like, normal health insurance and a 401k, and like Memorial Day off, and like the 4th of July off, and to not race on friggin' Thanksgiving at Hoosier Park and that kind of stuff. I was just over all that. I mean, I was over it. I want to pick up on a Friday afternoon and go away for the weekend and not worry about who the hell's going to feed the horses, and is this horse going to get trained, and this one needs jogged, and all that kind of happy horse shit that I just frankly got sick of. And they say, it gets in your blood. And I started racing ponies when I was like 12 or 13, and I was from that time until I was just I was 35, almost 36 when we quit racing horses. So for over 20 years, I was full bore, head down, 110% dedicated, and the only thing that mattered other than my family, next behind my family, was those horses, getting them ready, getting them, making sure they were 100% cared for. Me not having a 2 dimes to rub together for something to eat, but they always got A1 top-notch care. A long time ago, not in the last few years. But, yeah, I mean, that's basically it. I miss the horses the most, and my friends and the competition. So, there's not hardly anybody watching this. It'll post on my channel later, and people can watch it. They can think whatever they want. I really don't care. There were a lot of people that didn't like me. I think most people respected me. Us. My wife, that's another thing. My wife was absolutely just as big a factor in any success that we ever had, the little success we did have, as anybody. I mean, Ron Pro was also um, instrumental. He went racing with me 90% of the time. Helped at the barn, helped at home. But my wife we would take off with 2, 3 horses, go to a fair, or 2 or 3 horses go to Hoosier, and she'd be there with 8 or 10. And she worked her freaking ass off for years and took care of our daughter and everything at home and everything. And she deserves so much credit. She was just as important as anybody in any success we did have. And it was a team effort. Jack was always super top notch to work for. If we did take a vacation in the winter or something, always paid us. He paid us really good. You know, horses race good. We made more money. He let me drive from a no good, terrible driver to the half ass mediocre driver I ended up being. You know, we got to learn and on horses and learn what worked and what didn't. And the more money we made, the more he stepped up his game. He bought better horses and better equipment. They always got the vet care they needed. But anyways, I'm rambling now. But anyways, yeah, Jack was totally 100% awesome, perfect dude to work for. Uh, Mostly good things to say about the industry. There's a few things I didn't like. That's not what this video is for. A few things I would change. But yeah, we're doing good now. We got good jobs. I'm happy. Wife's happy. Daughter's happy. We're living life. And yeah, if anybody was on here, I'd ask if they had any questions, but nobody watching this right now. So, all right. Anyways, hopefully you liked it. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. Haven't put anything on here in a long time. Hopefully I start putting more on. I'll be out around some of the races. I enjoy going. I'll go help. Somebody wants help or whatever and everything. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and talk to you next time.